Hello everyone, this is Ana Frias reporting to you from the city of Riverside. Today we will discuss the current events in California, Colombia, and Japan. We will discuss who wants to join forces with celebrities such as Ben Affleck, Will Ferrell, or Morgan Freeman. Then we will go to Latin America, where we will talk about Colombia's efforts in fighting the FARC guerrilla, and how they plan to fight them with the help of NATO and the European nations. Finally, we will go to Japan, where there has been a study conducted indicating that with the decrease of depopulation or decrease of population, there has been reported data of increased carbon dioxide emissions and increased energy costs. Now let's get started with California and the celebrity efforts of leading the way to fight Ebola. California is known as the capital of celebrities. And what do celebrities do best? Begin trends. Celebrities from Bono, Will Ferrell, Morgan Freeman, and Ben Affleck has increased efforts to battle Ebola. The Bill Gates Foundation has invested over $40 million to fight Ebola. The World Health Organization has reported that 5,420 people have died from the Ebola virus. There has been documented 15,145 cases of Ebola accounted for. The investment is to help with the mobile blood, plasma in the process called plasmapheresis, in which the whole blood is collected from a donor and separated into plasma to create red blood cells. The red blood cells then are returned to the donor, while the plasma is used to treat the patient. Blood plasma is the clear part of the blood that contains the antibodies. Research says that by taking this plasma of people who have survived Ebola, the Ebola infection, are no longer sick and are giving it to people who are infected with the virus, and so that they can be able to boost their immune response, similar to a vaccine. The celebrities have been involved in bringing awareness to the Ebola and to invest funds to help the people in West Africa. We all share this world with infectious diseases, and infectious diseases spread fast, with transportation being so easily available. We as humans must do what the Lord commands, to love one another. The people of West Africa are our brothers and our sisters, and they need our assistance to help combat Ebola and the chance of survival, and increase their chance for survival. With proper knowledge and education, the global church can pray and teach the West Africans the signs of Ebola and who to seek help when they see the symptoms. And now let's move to Latin America. Colombia seeks help from the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, also known as NATO, and the European Union, the EU, to help combat the Fuerzas Armadas Revolucionarias de Colombia, or FARC, translated in English as the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia's guerrillas. The President of the European Council, Herman Van Rompuy, already signaled earlier this week that the European nation intends to support Colombia through the peace process and after. FARC is the oldest and largest group among Colombia's left-winged rebels and is one of the world's richest guerrilla armies. The group was founded in 1964 with the intention to overthrow the government and install their own Marxist regime. With the new agreement between Colombia's military and NATO and the European nations, Colombia has a fighting chance to begin the peace process with the FARC. The FARC is Colombia's form of terrorist groups like the cartels in Mexico. The Lord has commanded, turn from evil and do good. Seek peace and pursue it. Psalms 34:14, 1999. Colombia's agreement with the European nations and NATO can help Colombia with peace talks. The global church can follow the news and anticipate the right time to help Colombia with the peace process and prayer. This event provides precedent for the global church's approach in dealing with the international and national terrorism. Now let's move to Asia. Research indicates that depopulation increases carbon dioxide and energy costs. Historically, data has shown a 1-to-1 ratio where it has been associated in 1% increase in population increases carbon dioxide emissions and energy costs by 1%. Currently, most climate models assume the same relationship in the reverse. Global population will likely to grow between 9.6 to 12.3 billion by 2100, according to the predictions of the United Nations. Japan has been proven otherwise. Japan has been the hub for research in the increased carbon emissions where population has decreased. The 1-to-1 ratio seems not to apply in Japan, where population is decreasing, and in rural areas. It has been found when population decreases in these rural areas, there is an increase in energy cost to maintain buildings and roads in order to avoid from collapsing due to their reduction in use. Also, employment is not easily available for those who reside in these rural areas. Therefore, residents must travel longer distances to work and back. Traveling has also increased due to the lack of stores and depopulation. Traveling has increased due to the lack of stores and the depopulation of neighborhoods. For example, a resident from a town of Kasia may need to travel over 50 kilometers round trip for groceries weekly. With increased traveling and increased cost to maintain buildings, roads, and electrical wiring to the towns, it has been proven that depopulation does not mean a reduction in carbon emissions or energy. We have increased our emissions regardless, and increased population or decreased population. So regardless if we increase in population or decrease in population, we will still have an increase in carbon dioxide use and increased energy costs. Japan is an example on how we need to contribute to the reduction of carbon dioxide emissions, work on a greener planet, and reduce our energy reductions. We must maintain and teach others how to maintain and heal our planet in order for its future survival for future generations. The increased carbon emissions not only affect our brothers in Japan, but everyone in the world. Thank you.